Greetings, toy tubers and Jackorama tubers and diorama tubers, YouTubers. It's time for another diorama tour video. So, I reached 450 subscribers on the YouTube channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Gotta keep sharing and keep liking and keep commenting and all that other good stuff so I can get more subscribers so I can do more videos and we can do more stuff. But anyway, so we've already done, here we go. We've already done the Star Wars Cantina diorama. That's on there. We did Lord of the Rings. And we've done Jabba's Palace. These are my personal collection of dioramas that I have in my office. And so these are all separate pieces. This one is all one bookshelf. And what we've got going on here, we've already done Endor, and we did Terminator, and we did Wizard of Oz. So we're missing Planet of the Apes and Matrix. Let's do Matrix. No, let's do Planet of the Apes. Okay. No, let's do Matrix. All right, let's do Matrix. So, this bookshelf, again, it's really, really old. You can see how, like, beat up it is. And I've had this since I was maybe, like, 16 years old. I built the Wizard of Oz one when I was 15. It was my first diorama I ever did, and that was actually on a different bookshelf. And that one got, I cut it off at the parts here and took it out, and then I put it into here and covered up the gaps because it was a smaller shelf. The reason I did that is because that other shelf was really, really in bad shape, and it wasn't as full as this one. So that shelf had another diorama on it, like it was Sleepy Hollow, and I took that one out, and now it was sold. So I broke it apart into different pieces. But now we're gonna do the Matrix. So this is one of my favorite movies for so many reasons. This actually has a string of Christmas lights that go all the way around in the back behind it. There's holes all over the place. And the way this is done is basically, it's kind of like it's a 5-part diorama, just kind of, mixed around between part 1, part 2, and part 3. So let's go from the beginning. What pill do you take? These are the Todd McFarlane action figures that were done in the 90s. Or the thousands, or whatever. This piece here is a little sample of wallpaper. You can see how dusty this diorama is. Should have cleaned it before I did this. But that's okay. You see how it is. So, I actually like the dust. Now I messed it up. See what you did? It's all your fault. Don't touch. Don't touch. So this is a piece of... I usually, now I paint things. Now I don't cheat it like this. So I kind of cheated this one. But this is a sample of wallpaper. I carved this fireplace out. And this is, it's pretty good for what it is from when I made it when I was like 17, 18, something like that. I got these books are from the Sleepy Hollow figure, and I think from the Invisible Man figure that came out. And then this is a little miniature lamp, and it's just stuck on there. There's a little, you can see a little, there it is, just one bulb from the Christmas lights coming out. And this is actual curtain, just cloth that I soaked in water with black paint, and then shaped it like this, and then let it to dry. So that's how it's, let me try to focus here. That's how it's retained that shape. And then back there is some plexiglass that I broke and put the lights behind it, and I sanded the plexiglass so it can actually look like, dusty, dirty. And then, of course, a black water wash, paint wash on top of that, and let it drip down. So behind, that's how thick it is back there, of how much space is in there for all the lights and everything. It's kind of just like a miniature movie set, like a studio. That's what you do. And then the spackle on the top here, I did it really messy, like in the movie. I did one layer, and I broke it with a little hammer, put another layer to fix it, quote unquote fix it, painted it, another hammer, and then put another spackle on top of that to make it look like in the movie. Just plaster. So let's take him out of here because he's not glued on, so you can actually see the inner workings here. Okay, and there you go. So that's that part. That's that. What if I told you? Then we go over to behind there. See how it's just kind of different parts. And then behind the wall, we've got the little sentinel here. And this is just because there was a space there and the lights were there, and I was like, man, I could use those lights. So I just tore up that part and just put that in there with the lights coming out. You know, it doesn't necessarily happen that way. They're not in the garage fighting and that thing comes out, but it's just part of the art of it, you know, just coming out of there, and you can still see the lights back there. You see the wires. I didn't really, you know, it's different, like, for me, because that's like, I made it for myself, so I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. Like, you know, back then, like, if I was making this for you guys and to sell and designer con and stuff, it's like a completely different thing. That's why I can never really sell these anyway, other than the sentimental reasons. It's that they're not really user-friendly, like client-friendly. And, I mean, there's no way, if those lights go out, you're not going to know how to replace that string of lights. Only I do. So that's why I keep it. So, this is the garage from part 2. There's the green door the twins come out of. And this is a nice little surprise here. I got that from Robot Chicken, from when I worked there. That was in my pocket by mistake. Fell off the back of a truck. Yeah. Anyway, they have a million of these. It's like a mold that they have, and I should have gotten more, but I didn't. This is a piece of tile from like a roof. Yeah, it's like a little, like, now I would paint this and I would actually use sand and rock and paint it a different way, but this is just one square piece. It's just weird, man. So let's see here. Yeah, these are glued on. And then the elevator back there, sorry, it's moving around. So the elevator back there is just painted black with the lights around it, and then the little lights there. And then it's like supposed to take you from like part 2 to ding, part 1. So you see how the elevator just kind of, you ride the elevator up from part 2 to part 1 where the lobby is. And this part I really like because I actually put the Christmas lights on the roof, on the ceiling of this diorama too. So they're all over in the back and all into the ceiling too. And you know, the light isn't on in there because the elevator's open down there. So this one was a fun one to do because it was literally just making these pillars, just square pillars out of styrofoam, and then sticking the wires in them, all 4 sides, and then with a pen just banging the crap out of it, breaking it, and then cutting and taking the wires out. So, because I mean, I could have just done this and made it, you know, cool like this, but I really wanted it to be like as natural as possible, like a real, you know, that I'm digging out of it. And then I painted inside their little fuzzies and everything. And the same thing with the back ones. And then I used just the real debris that came out of that. This one's a bit of a problem. If you can see the glob of hot glue back there, she needs to like be bolted down. So this glue is just, it's been years and years of like, I walk by and she's just on the floor, and then I just come back and put more glue in there. And same for him. He kind of just stands there until I realized, hey, look, I can glue his foot to there too. And so now that's that. So that's those guys. It's one of my favorite scenes. And they're like, right? It's not even the music. I don't even know. And then finally, I did this. I really like this little set that came with the toys with them, with the Smiths in the back and them, the Smiths. The little water here. This was really shiny and new and clean back then, but now it's all dusty and dirty. Because I also build things here. See? I build things here. That's sneak peek. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, not much else to say about this piece. There you go. The Matrix diorama. I could have done a lot better before, but it's just nostalgia, man. I love this piece. This is really thick. This really thick wall here too makes no sense. This horrible mess. What is that? What are you doing, man? But you know, we're our worst judges. I mean, I still like it. I like my whole wall. This whole thing just makes me happy. You know, walk around, stick your head in there. It's awesome. And then then you have the stuff that's for other stuff, for other people. That's pretty much it. So again, this is me saying bye-bye, and much love to you guys. Please share this, watch the other videos, share everything, click like, follow me. I have my behind the scenes my construction pictures of everything that I build every day on Instagram. It's at Jackoramacom, just like the YouTube. So subscribe, please, because once we get to 500, I'll show you this, and then once we get to 550, I'll show you other stuff. And then every 50 subscribers, I'll show you more stuff. What else is there? Facebook, Jackoramacom, Twitter, Jackoramacom. I do different things on all the different social media platforms, so you can follow all of them or follow one or whatever. So anyway, that's it. See you guys later. Oh, and there's pictures of this on the website. I'll put that link below. Bye!